Let's see if I'm live. Let's see. Ah, okay. It's working. Just muting myself. Okay, thank you guys. As I get it together over here, welcome back to the Get Well With Me podcast. I am your host and your hypnotist, Adrienne Hart, and together we explore the healing powers of our subconscious mind while leaning in towards a healthier lifestyle. And our philosophy here is excellence, not perfection. And I wanted to jump on here live. I just got done Wellness Wednesday number 124. That is 124 weeks in a row of hypnosis and meditation together on Zoom. And we just zoom in and set an intention and an expectation and blend that with meditation. So that's what I want to talk to you about today. I feel like so many people think that hypnosis is mystical or magical. And I want to let you know, I don't do anything magical. I don't have any magic powers. I am just a person who knows that the thoughts that I think and where I focus my attention creates my reality. And I have used that knowingness to create a really beautiful life. It's not a perfect life, but it is an excellent life. And I wanted to share some of those perspectives with you today. So, oftentimes someone can be scared by the idea of hypnosis and they can feel that meditation is very safe. So, what is the difference? As now, if you've been with my channel for a long time, you already know what I'm going to say. You know that I'm about to tell you that the very famous Mike Mandel he's famous in the hypnosis world, that he says, let's see, let me make sure I get it right. He says that all trout are fish, but not all fish are trout. And then he likens that to all hypnosis is meditation, and not all meditation is hypnosis. So, what is the difference? When we say meditation, we're talking about a state of mind, right? And that state of mind can allow us to be the observer of our thoughts. That state of mind can allow us to have relaxation in our body. But the difference is that when we're engaging in a hypnotic meditation, or also known as hypnosis, means that we're entering into that state on purpose and with an intention and an expectation. So in a way, I don't want to demystify it for you because people truly believe that hypnosis is giving up control, and hypnosis is someone is going to tell me something and I'm going to believe it and it's going to be good for me. So I'm going to sign up and I'm going to get hypnotized to not smoke or to um, have a healthier appetite or whatever it may be. But I want to share with you that the truth is that when a person is at threshold, and how would I define threshold? Threshold means ready to change, right? So, my friend and hypnotist associate, Dustin Fisher of DustinFisherTexas.com, he says that a great definition of being at threshold is when your hair is on fire, you don't say, "Hey, I'm going to put it out on Monday." Or, "Yeah, I'm going to put that out the first of the year. I'm going to every day I'm going to really make sure that my hair is not on fire." No, threshold is it is too painful to stay the same any longer. So when a person is at threshold, like if when I said that, you thought to yourself, "Oh, I'm there. I can't take it. I can't stay. It's too painful to stay the same for even one more day." That is threshold. So if you are at threshold with a change that you want or absolutely need to make in your life, that's the time that you book the one-to-one session with a hypnotist. My recommendation. If you want to book with me, it's heal.me/heart, HART, and that allows you to book a session with me. Um, but when a person is at threshold, they get desperate, right? They get desperate. They try things they haven't tried before. They sometimes try hypnosis, and it can be very misunderstood because in hypnosis, you're not giving up your control in any way. As a matter of fact, in hypnosis, if somebody knocked on the door, and that was important for you to be aware of, you would just get up and answer the door. And then if it was appropriate, you could go back and close your eyes again and enter into that gentle trance or that gentle meditation. So, the difference between hypnosis and meditation is that hypnosis has a specific purpose, right? So when someone zooms into Wellness Wednesday and we do hypnosis or meditation, whatever we're calling it that day, um, they are setting that intention. Like today was about relieving anxiety. So everyone who was on the call today decided that when they zoomed in, that they wanted to feel better, that they wanted to get relief from anxiety. They did not give up their control to me. I did not tell them anything that would be implying that I'm in charge of their mind. No, all of my sessions are you are in charge of your mind. Your mind is healing. Your body is healing. And the nice thing about being in a meditation or a hypnotic trance, whatever you want to call it, is that your mind is more susceptible to suggestion. So when a person is really tense or anxious or in a fear-based state, they are not in any position to have increased suggestibility. Someone could make a suggestion. You know what? If you'll just take a few deep breaths, you'll feel better, right? That's a very kind and helpful suggestion. But when a person is so worked up, they don't want to hear that. They can't hear that. And that's where hypnotic meditation really comes into play. So if there's changes that you want to make in yourself, goals that you want to meet, feelings that you want to feel, expectations that you want to expect, like expecting that the your divine match, your future partner is right around the corner instead of believing that it's going to take a really long time to meet him or her. Right? That's something that can be accomplished through gentle hypnotic meditation. You're setting an intention for what you want to have and an expectation that you will have it. And you're doing that while you're in a state of mind that your mind can receive it. So I know we've talked a little bit about the conscious mind being the masculine side of the mind and the subconscious being the feminine side of the mind. Have you ever heard the quote, what you what is it? If you can whatever you can conceive and believe you can achieve? Think about that word conceive, right? We know that conception is that beginning of that gestation period, right? So in hypnosis, we are intentionally conceiving of an idea, a feeling, an outcome, a healing, a growing, a learning, whatever that intention is, you're marrying that intention and you're marrying it with that expectation. So you're deciding in your conscious mind, not me. I don't decide, right? Like if you're like, I'm not an anxious person, I don't need any help with anxiety, then you simply probably would not tune into that session or attend that Wellness Wednesday. Excuse me. You decide ahead of time, I want to feel better. I want to be less anxious. I know that when I feel better, I do better, right? When I feel better, I show up better. When I have less anxiety and anxious feelings, that I am more effective and more focused at work. So there's so many ways that you can convince yourself, right? Convince yourself that it is safe to make a change and it is beneficial to make a change. That is what I do in my hypnosis session. We set an intention, whatever that might be. It could be to upgrade a habit, it could be to become a morning person, it could be to sleep in because you don't get enough sleep. Whatever your intention is, I'm going to use a guided meditation technique or um, simply the rhythm and cadence of my voice. What does a hypnotist do? A hypnotist studies language patterns and metaphors and rhythm and cadence and becomes a professional at how to speak to somebody's unconscious mind, right? So that they can consciously tell me, I want to feel this way. I want to do this thing. And sometimes they want to do it gently and effortlessly. Other times their hair is on fire, so to speak. And they're like, I need an appointment. I need it as fast as possible. And this is what I intend to accomplish. This is what I intend to do. This is what I intend to not do. And after listening to that person and making sure that they are heard and that I do understand, I will use those gifts and those skills that I have to speak in a way that speaks directly to the inner mind. And once that inner mind is convinced that it is safe and it is beneficial to change, it will, because your mind is always on your side. If you are thinking that you're your own worst enemy, banish the thought. You are your own best friend. You have resources inside of you that you were born with that are still working for you. And if you're listening to me right now, I just want to acknowledge you for doing that. And I want to clarify, because a person sometimes won't engage in a hypnosis session because they feel that it is mystical or magical. And why? Why does somebody think that? Because the effect of a hypnosis session appears to be magical. When a person who simply hasn't changed, they didn't believe they could change. No one around them believed they can change. And then suddenly, all the powers of their inner mind are in agreement and in line with making that change. And then it just suddenly happens. You yourself, you're not the same person that you were this time last year. You're certainly not the same person that you were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And I don't just mean your physical body, because we have almost an entirely new physical body every 11 months to 12 months. Our body is always healing and rejuvenating and rebuilding itself according to its youthful blueprint. And do you think that it's helpful to believe that we're healing according to our youthful blueprint and to have that really etched into the deepest places in our mind? Or do you think it's more beneficial to believe that the longer that you live, probably you might say the older that you get, that things are deteriorating? Do you think it's really helpful to believe that your eyes go bad at a certain age? Do you think it's really helpful to believe that you are more susceptible to XYZ, that you are doomed by your genetics? I mean, if you hang out with me long enough, you are going to believe, because you're going to be in my presence, because you're going to set the intention to change your expectation about how you feel in your body, about how you feel about your body, about you, how you feel in your mind, about how you feel about your mind, to truly rest in knowing that your mind and body are on your side. If you really believe that, how much less anxiety would you have, right? And I don't have the cure for anxiety. If I did, I wouldn't have to do so much hypnosis and prayer and breathing and sleeping and all of those things, because anxious thoughts are normal. As we were just discussing in Wellness Wednesday, they are as normal as clouds being in the sky. And whether we know it or not, or approve of it or not, those anxious feelings, they are going to pass by just like those clouds in the sky. It's incredible that we can get into a state of mind and a state of being, and we feel like it's always going to feel that way. And I know that you can relate. When we're down in the dumps, we just feel like, why do, that self-talk kicks in. Why do I even bother? Nothing ever changes. I'm not good enough. These are internal thoughts that we can turn the volume down, that we can upgrade, that we can transform, that we can delete, that we can replace. It's your mind. For some reason, the word hypnosis, it scares people into being afraid of their own mind. How silly is that? You don't have to be afraid of your own mind. As a matter of fact, there's nowhere that you can go to hide from your own mind. When you go to sleep, your mind does not shut off. That's a huge misconception right there. My mind never shuts off. No, it doesn't. So if you're going to make a meaning out of that, that there's something wrong with you because your mind doesn't shut off. Like, thank goodness it doesn't shut off. Your mind is breathing your lungs. Your mind is seeing through your eyes. Your mind is tasting your food. It's all in your mind. And I say that in a very validating way, like not in like it's all in your head. Like that's not happening. But in a way, everything is. When you believe that, when you know, not believe, when you know that what you believe is creating your reality, makes you question, is what I believe serving me? So I guess I just jumped on here to share that with you and to also share with you that all hypnosis is meditation, all of it. So if it makes you feel better to call it meditation, then call it meditation, right? And meditating on purpose with an intention to have a new expectation, right? Hypnosis is all about expectations, but that beautiful state of mind, it's so similar in meditation as it is in hypnosis. A lot of people, and of course, I invite you, like if you say that this is not your definition of meditation or not your definition of hypnosis, and you want to share what you think is true or know is true, share it in the comments. Like challenge me. I can handle it. Stretch me a little bit. Or um, just I invite that conversation. I absolutely invite that conversation. But knowing that, all trout are fish, right? Not all fish are trout. And all hypnosis is meditation. Not all meditation is hypnosis. If your idea of meditation is getting into a state of mind where you can simply become the observer, that's beneficial. Like that's absolutely beneficial. It's incredibly beneficial to be the observer of your thoughts. It's incredibly beneficial to know that you are not your thoughts. And even though that kind of seems obvious, a lot of people maybe haven't thought about that consciously or haven't meditated on that unconsciously. The book, The Untethered Soul, I specifically remember reading and it like jumping off the page that you are not your thoughts, right? You are not your thoughts. These thoughts, they are going to come, they are going to flow, they are going to drift by. Sometimes they're going to overwhelm you or cause you to feel a certain way, but knowing that you are not your thoughts, right? And creating that healthy space between you and your thoughts, knowing that certain thoughts that you have are going to be beneficial for you to latch onto, to bite onto, to wrestle with, to grip tightly, to bring into your heart and your mind and make them who you are because they are good for you. And other thoughts, it's okay to just notice them and let them pass by. Just let them pass by. And whether you, just like the clouds in the sky, whether you let them pass by or not, they're going to anyway. They are. And it's going to be okay. And you're going to be okay. So, hypnotic meditation, hypnosis meditation, and kind of digging into that thought that it is safe to engage in hypnosis. It is safe because you're the one who's doing it. I can't hypnotize anyone that doesn't want to be hypnotized. It's not possible. These things that you see in stage shows, it's because someone chooses it. They are surrendering their focus and intention for the sake of entertainment. And that's okay. That's okay. They can do that. Things that you see in the movies and on TV are extremely exaggerated, and that's okay. It's just entertainment. That's okay. I actually am thankful for it because I think it brings awareness to the powerful healing modality that is hypnosis. So, if you wonder why sometimes I call it meditation or hypnosis or hypnotic meditation or group hypnosis or group meditation or group hypnotic meditation, or why I call it the inner mind or the subconscious mind or the unconscious mind, because what really matters is utilizing the gift that you have. People talk about, oh, it's your brain, it's between your ears. I really wonder about that. I really wonder where exactly our mind is. We have a brain, and it is the instrument that puts our mind online. But where is this beautiful mind? Where does it go when we sleep? Should we stop expecting it to turn off? Yes, let's stop doing that. Okay, this was my thoughts for the day, and share your thoughts with me. I have been really active on the community side of YouTube. Like, I didn't even notice that that was a thing, but there's posts there. It's kind of like regular social media, but I think it's a little more engaging. So go over there, answer some of the polls that I have there. Uh, just share with me some likes or some comments or some emojis or something, because this channel, it's growing this year. I've really had all my attention in other places, but YouTube is where I want to be. I want to be with you. I want to be face to face with you. I want to be doing more of these lives, right? I want to be knowing you more and showing up more consistently. So I'll need a little bit of your encouragement to do that and to help other people find the channel. So thank you so much for being here with me today. And until next time, much love.